Hey everyone, it's Milo here for the Fellowship of Acoustics and welcome to a new episode of New Arrivals. Maico is with me again today. We're both going to walk through the store and especially this room in here. And we're going to see what is new in store here at the Fellowship. We're going to both pick 2 new arrivals each and it's up to you to pick your favorite. You can do so in the community side of our YouTube page. There will be a poll. You can also leave a comment down below. So let's just dive right into it. So I think I know what's in here. This is a name we like to see on cases. And this is an older Fano. So we are now a Fano dealer in here. So we do have some new Fanos. We shot a little video about the new Fanos that came in. But older Fanos, man, they're really magic as well. And I think you will like this. Here it comes. Oh la la!
Muy caliente.
Muy caliente. So this is their reverse Firebird model with mini humbuckers, or are they Firebird pickups? I'm not quite sure. I'd have to check this. I already played this guitar last week. It's amazing. It's actually it once belonged to a guitarist here in the Netherlands that we know quite well here at the Fellowship. He's the guitarist for Money and the Man. Great band. Check them out.
Insane band.
Energetic rock music, blues rock music, really cool band. This is just an amazing guitar. Let's see how it rings acoustically. It's got a really nice ring to it already, so that's quite promising for an electric guitar. And this is something that we see in a lot of Fanos. They have a really nice acoustic quality already to them. I'm quite curious to see how this will sound plugged in, but it's only the first guitar I've opened, so many more to come. It says that this has a dog hair finish.
Dog hair?
Dog hair, yeah. And I like the look of dog hair finishes. One person in the comments asked us to also demo Bill. So maybe we're going to do that today. We're going to demo our store dog.
Nice.
Ooh, see what I mean? Dog hair?
Yeah.
It's kind of like Bill. Let's put it next to Bill.
Yeah, look at that.
You see? Collings might have based their finish on Bill. Check this out. It's okay. So a beautiful 360 model. Oh, that's cool. See-through.
Ooh.
That's nice.
Nice cap in there.
That's beautiful.
Very nice.
360 model, 2 P90s with their Mastery trem on this one. Mastery bridge as well. Really cool guitar.
I'm also so excited for the new models they've announced at NAMM.
Man, a lot of really cool Collings models.
Yeah.
The big one, we talked about it.
The big black one, right? With the flat wounds.
Picture here. I hope we will receive them in the near future.
Yep.
Don't know when, but they will be here. 2 boutique electric guitar builders, Collings and Fano. But maybe my taste is a little bit more vintage today, isn't it, Timon? I fall with my nose in the butter today.
Oh, he found it.
It's nice that when cases tell a story.
The case is made in Canada.
Made in Canada, Seattle, Emerald City Guitar.
Funky. Oh, Emerald City Guitars. That's pretty cool.
Shout out. Rebel Relic,
Dutch brand.
Dutch brand. So the label tells me that this is a ES335 from the year of 1968.
Whoa.
Ooh, wow.
This reminds me of 2 other ones.
330s.
That's 330s, but...
We have some really nice 330s in our store right now. We're actually going to release a video on, we're going to do a shootout of all the 330s that we have. It was just, 330 highway the last 2 months. 335s, not so much. Not a lot of vintage 335s coming through our store. This is really nice. 68 with the trapeze. Don't know what this is.
Yeah.
Some mysterious filled up holes again. This is a wonderfully playing ES335. It sounds great acoustically. I know that's no guarantee, but I like this a lot. This has a real unique vibe to it when playing it. Different than the Fano that I just played. That's more of a full-on rock machine. This is a little bit more subtle. Man, I'm just going to pick this as my first guitar, I think. So let's just go downstairs and see how it sounds through an amp.
Alright, so while Berend over here is checking out some nice guitars, I was thinking let's do the same, because Milo already had a little sniff around the store. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, because I've already had a little sneak peek filming him watching all these guitars. And I actually saw two that are very interesting. Actually, we have a duo L5 set. Alright, so I've prepared both tables for you with a set of Gibson L5s. And this is the OG, the original, an L5 in natural finish from 1977.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's a real staple of an instrument. I truly love this as well. If you're a jazz lover, flat wounds, dual humbuckers, and also beautiful engraving, nice little details. I actually just bought my first flat wound guitar myself 2 weeks ago actually. Yeah, you weren't there, Milo, you have no idea.
What did you buy, man?
I actually bought an Eastman.
What?
Yeah, I did not intend to do so, but I was looking for a guitar kind of like this, and one just happened to pop up with a P90 in the neck. It's a 2010 reissue, and it's not completely similar, of course. As you can see, one neck pickup, a trapeze bridge.
Is this a P90?
I'm not sure, it doesn't look like a P90 actually. We'll have to check up on that. The old scripty kind of logo. This is actually a 1934 reissue from 2010, and taking that into regard, it's 15 years old. And it doesn't necessarily look like it. Okay, maybe the back does a little bit. Some buckle wear, but a beautiful flame on there.
I prefer the natural.
Yeah.
I like this a lot.
We'll let you decide. Which one? OG natural or this one? Sunburst. Let's move on. I will keep this one in mind, because this one also has my preference. We already had a Loudon. We actually know how to pronounce it now. We had someone who met George Loudon, and he specifically told us how to pronounce it, so can't go wrong anymore. We'll have to let Koen know as well, though.
We love Loudon. A brand which is also a favorite to a lot of players here, which is very closely connected to Gibson, which is Heritage. It's a beautiful Florentine cutaway. Big F-holes, actually. Yeah.
They look enlarged, don't they? And a fun detail about the Heritage brand is that they are now situated in the old Gibson factory of Kalamazoo. And you Americans need to let me know, but I thought it was in Michigan. Yeah, so that's a pretty cool detail to have the Heritage actually in Gibson's Heritage. Whilst I was grabbing this guitar, there was a colleague of mine, Martin, who was actually putting a case over here that looked quite interesting. And this is a classic brand, and it's a classic bass, actually.
Is this the one that was stolen from McCartney?
It's probably this exact one, actually.
Yeah. So if you're interested, let us know. Yeah. We have McCartney's bass here.
All jokes aside though, it's actually a violin bass from 1964.
64?
64.
Whoa.
Brother, that's pretty cool, right?
So it is a Beatle bass.
It is a Beatle bass. It's a bit different as far as looks go, but yeah. Rhythm and solo button, because who doesn't need a solo button on their bass guitars, right? Time to get a beer. Want to have a look at that?
Beautiful crackling on the finish.
That is very nice. And look at the bridge though. That's very peculiar. So I've been walking around quite a bit already, and I'm pretty sure one of these L5s is going to be my choice. And actually, I already said it, I'm going to take this one downstairs to our little vintage room to see what she sounds like. So let's go.
So everyone, we got a big announcement. Gibson released their new movie segment SJ212 string. Here it is.
Woo!
Jokes aside, this is their Brian May SJ212 string. Their signature. It's really nice. Planets, because he's a astrophysicist.
Yes.
Brian May. Clever guy. My movie tip for this week, I watched The Sound of Metal. Yeah, it's not this, it's quite tragic. It's about a drummer who's in a punk rock, very loud rock band with his girlfriend, and he is losing his hearing. So everything that he holds dear falls apart, and it's about how he has to deal with going deaf, and in general what is most important to you in life. When you lose something like your hearing or maybe your sight or something else, you have to put things in order to see what's the most important thing for you. And I'm a musician as well, so it really made me think. I think I'm going to start wearing some more earplugs when playing, because it's really terrifying. This movie is also really terrifying. You feel really uncomfortable. You're right there with him when he's experiencing all these new emotions and feelings, and but it's a great film. So a great watch. And we also have a new colleague in here, Martijn, and he's going to do the movie segment. So here he is.
Hi, I'm Martijn, new head of marketing at the Fellowship of Acoustics. So I was thinking, I think one of the most impressive movies I saw lately was Longlegs. It's a horror/thriller movie with Nicolas Cage in the most insane part he ever played, I think. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but if you like Silence of the Lambs, then you're gonna like this one as well.
A doozy.
A doozy?
That's a doozy. Really cool guitars, made in Germany. Oh, this is their sort of single cut model. I've never seen this one before. Wow. Inlays.
Always loved the car vibe.
The car vibe, yeah. Isn't Duesenberg also a car brand, or was it a car brand?
American racing cars.
Duesenberg were American racing cars, so I think that's definitely something they draw their inspiration from. Fast, ergonomic,
And furious.
and furious. I'm not really a car guy myself. I had a Fiat Panda a really long time and really loved that car. Maybe a new poll, Fiat Panda, yay or nay? Now we're talking about polls. We did a poll for the covered versus non-covered humbuckers, and I know for a fact that all of you chose covered humbuckers. Yeah, for the win. And the other poll that was up last week was the new arrivals poll, and you all chose the Gibson Southern Jumbo from 46, which is no surprise at all because that was an amazing guitar. It sounded particularly great through a microphone as well, so I definitely understand. We have a blue Martin case.
That's always interesting.
That tells us something about the age. This right here is quite a special model and not something that we see every day. We're looking at a D21 from 1967.
Can you explain the difference, 21 versus like 28?
Yeah, so a D21 is essentially a D18, but then with rosewood back and sides. So it doesn't have the ornaments of the D28. From the front, it just looks like a D18. And this one, because it's from 67, it actually has Brazilian rosewood back and sides.
Sick.
We don't see a lot of D21s. We see more D18s and D28s. It's got some playware on the top here. I don't see any cracks though. Something happened to the bridge. Maybe it has been re-glued at one point. You see some mark here of the place where it once was. Nice and punchy. Little bit more low-end response than a normal D18, I think, when I'm playing it right now. But it's still got a nice and mellow D18 mid-range. Beautiful sounding guitar. I think this will be my second choice. So let's see how it sounds through a microphone with low distortion.
So there are a few guitars in here. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. So we have LG2s, we have LG3s, we have L5s, but it always starts with number one, Gibson L1. We actually had an original L1 a while back. This is also a reissue, not an original one. Actually, it's quite stiff, which is what I like. So the sound is not wobbly in the low end. It's just very, very straightforward. It's actually really, really nice, which I love about these small little guitars. So Gibson L1 for you. So the studio we leave and back to the marketing department. Because whilst I was grabbing this Hofner bass, I actually saw this in the corner of my eye as well. Talking about small guitars like the L1, this is actually a beautiful, tiny, but very big sounding Parlor by Collings guitars. And I am just in love with the set of wood that's on here. I think it's Cocobolo actually. Very reddish wood with a sick ass grain, if you ask me, on the side as well. And they went all out on the details of the binding. And I pointed out to Milo that even the little, don't think you'll see it on camera, but even the little bridge pins have a figuring in them. Yeah, I think this one deserves a lot more attention. So I'm taking this one downstairs to put it through a mic, see what she sounds like. Let's choose this one.
Hey everyone, it's the ending of this New Arrivals episode. That's why we're standing here.
Yep.
We picked 2 each.
Yep.
Beautiful guitars.
Yep. L5, Collings, and
A beautiful D21 and also a 335. Like I said in the beginning, there will be a poll on our community side of the YouTube page, so go and vote there. Thank you very much for watching, and we hope to see you next week, right?
yeah, see you next week again. Bye bye.
Bye.